I'm Joe Chrest, Ted Wheeler on Stranger Things, and you are watching Pop Culture with Pat.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Culture with Pat. I'm so excited to be joined by today's guests. Today I'm talking to Joe Chrest, who plays Ted Wheeler in Stranger Things. Joe, thank you so much for your time today.
Oh man, my pleasure to be here.
Thank you. And yeah, congratulations. It's Stranger Things Day. Happy premiere day for you as well. Uh,
Thank you.
Without obviously going into any spoilers, we don't want to ruin anything, but what was your reaction to reading the final scripts for season five for the first time?
Yeah, well, I it sounds like hyperbole, but and even stock type answering, but I can honestly tell you, I I had a feeling it was like a gut punch, like from after I read the first script when I got to the end of episode 501. Um, it was like a feeling of like going like on an upside down roller coaster. That feeling in the stomach of like uh, where you've gotten some. I can just say that just to without giving away too much, it's just such a jaw dropping would really be the like I felt like I actually did. I called up Kara, who plays my wife, before I read two, and I was a little like even trepidatious to start two, and I kind of just wanted to talk to her, and it's I can't wait till tonight because you forget it was so long ago that
Yeah.
we started all this. I think I'm coming on 2 years, uh, and uh, I just I can't wait to see it tonight for
Yeah.
myself. But I also can't wait for the fans to get their dose because I'm so tired of keeping this big news under wrap uh, for going on 2 years now.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it must be quite the challenge because the Stranger Things are certainly passionate for sure, but it sounds like we're in for a treat, so can't wait
I
to
think
check it
so.
out.
I hope so. Yeah.
And for you, Joe, for what how was it shooting in the Wheeler house for the last time? This being the last season, shooting on some of those sets for the last time. What was that feeling like?
No, it was emotional. I mean, like I'm uh, I'm a nostalgic kind of guy, and just if I've been in a house like where we're in my personal life, we're getting ready to move, uh, and you just as you start to like look at places, the things that went down there, I mean, it felt like we were selling the house
Yeah.
um, when on that as the days wound down, you were just like, wow, I mean, like the and Finn's the same age. I have two kids. My daughter Sam's in 11th grade, and but my son Nick is Finn's exact age, and so they were growing up at the exact same time, all
Oh
these
wow.
kids, and so you've really it's almost like the way you would get attached to adopted children, that aren't your biological kids, or if it's like your stepchild. A lot of times, there's a love there, that's the exact same as with a biological child. Well, I mean, you watch these kids grow up from,
Yeah.
Finn's taller than me now, and you just think of like those first encounters of watching them gel, the way we came together as a family around the breakfast table that first day. The first scene, was like um, around the breakfast table, and them kicking each other under the table and things like Natalia and Finn, and there's just so many memories. Yeah,
Oh
it's emotional and it's cool. But the cool thing was that after that was all gone, and I went back to do some reshoots, and all of that was taken away, and it was like seeing that studio for the first time in a decade. It's been 10 years since I
Yeah.
first saw that studio, and it was just so full of the life of that place, and just all that was gone. It felt like returning to an old place where you went to school or something. And there was that. But then the cool part was I did this Target campaign that drops today as well. 1987 Target in Hawkins, and they're going to be like
Yeah.
some locations selling those the sweatshirts, and uh, but they had recreated across country. There was my station wagon, the actual station wagon, and there was they recreated uh, my whole den and everything with my chair and the paneling, and it was kind of surreal to be like. There were times I would walk out and expect to be in Atlanta, and I was like, wait, I'm in Los Angeles here. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, so
And
that was cool.
And it's kind of funny that you mentioned, Joe, too, that it felt like selling a house because if I remember correctly, and I don't know if it's still up for sale, but I'm pretty sure the Wheeler house, the actual location, is up for sale currently right now.
Probably because I know they ended up. It was only hearsay, but I think because I remember when we first started shooting the exterior, at that place, um, there was a man who lived there, and he would always be, walking around a little seemingly bothered with by so many people like in and out of his rooms and things like that,
Yeah.
uh, and then I heard that Netflix just bought started buying up houses around there because it was such an invasion on those people's lives, that to have this kind of phenomenon descent. I'm sure they got so many people,
Oh, yeah.
just like driving up just to get a picture in front and stuff like that. And,
Oh, yeah. I've
uh,
seen all the videos on TikTok and stuff.
so yeah, I mean, at first it probably was a lot of fun for the neighborhood of like, oh, cool, this and and then I'm sure it very rapidly became, oh my God, because it was a cul-de-sac and
Yeah.
everything. So uh, it had to be so uh, calm and what it's become. But
Oh,
yeah, I guess it probably is up for sale.
yeah. I
Uh,
mean, if I had the money, it would definitely be something I would love to pick up, just being a fan of the house. So I don't know if it's still there, but
That's interesting. No, it was a cool. The house amazingly reminded me so much of the house that I grew up in the '80s in. I
oh,
mean,
that's
it was
cool.
like nearly exact, as close to exact as sort of the outside, the brick at the bottom and the
Yeah, yeah, the wood paneling.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But but yeah, the interior paneling now, I mean, we had that as well. So I mean, all that was just super cool to see. I had as a kid the exact stereo that Ted Wheeler has, the techniques and
So that must
uh
have been nostalgic
the,
for you, just being.
yeah, the realistic it was called Radio Shack's speakers, where their house brand was realistic, and had like this sort of English lattice on the front, and yeah, it's just really cool. So many elements.
What are looking back on the series, what are some of your favorite Ted moments throughout, from seasons one, more so like 1 through 4, because I know you can't give away anything from 5, but just kind of looking back on those first 4 seasons.
Uh, I just really enjoyed making the kids laugh. Sometimes breaking within the thing, but yeah, I just really enjoyed those boys. Gayton and Finn and Caleb. They all had just such a sense of humor. There were times to this day, I won't repeat it, but like there was something. There was something Finn said. back when he was like around 12. That's just one of the funniest things that I've heard anybody say, on a movie set that I still makes me laugh to this day. But
The
you know,
one
I just
scene that always cracks me up with your character, it's either three or four. It's the scene where Gaten Dustin comes in and he starts grabbing a bunch of pancakes, and you say something along the lines of, "Eat us out of a house and home, why don't you?" Or
yeah, yeah. Yeah, but that there's something coming up in five that's also going to be a little bit of a surprise to people with that relates to what you just mentioned there about the
okay.
bring it up because it's like then I can't say anymore.
N No,
Uh,
yeah, we'll have to stay tuned. And Mike and Nancy, they have gone through so much in the series. What do you think that Ted would be most proud of them for?
Mike and Nancy, their characters.
Yeah, the characters, yeah. That
Yeah,
Ted be most proud of them for.
yeah. I mean, I think everything, because it's. Um, Well, I I get emotional talking about kids,
Yeah.
and this is why I've enjoyed, even though they're a lot of times they're kooky and goofy. Like I got started playing on-screen dads back. I think it was 21 Jump Street that got it all started, and then it just seems like I've been a dad to everybody, from Tommy Lee and Motley Crue to Elvis. I'm a huge Elvis fan. Got to be Elvis's dad in the series Sun Records, but I played a lot of people's dads. I was just texting Catherine Newton, who was my daughter,
Yeah,
and
Lisa
Lisa
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. But uh, it's everything. I mean, naturally, there Mike is getting into his seemingly senior year at Hawkins here, uh, and I just went through that, recently in the past couple of years. A son graduating um, and then moving on into adulthood. And Nancy's at a great job at the newspaper and things like that. But it's not those things. You're you're proud of everything.
I mean, I can only imagine all the memories that you guys have. Was it ever challenging stepping back into this character in this world where sometimes you guys did have a little bit of a gap in between seasons? Was that ever hard for you to get back into character or
Oh yeah, I mean, so like I say, we started 10 years ago, but here we are only
season five?
starting five. So there were lots of gaps. We had COVID in there and stuff
Yeah,
that was part of that reason at one time. But
strikes.
um, this and then also that I think there's so many moving parts to getting um, that many core actors with active careers back together, uh, for the to shoot at this time. David might be off making, a Marvel movie or something. So there's a lot of moving parts to that aspect, but for whatever the reason, there's a lot of time gap between wrapping and then so when you get back to it, pretty much, especially like going into season two, um, I had to like play play the Ted Wheeler stuff from one, on the TV to as if I was like studying somebody to play that character. Like I'm studying. I don't know who I played. Well, I played Jerry Parr, a real life guy, and I felt like I was studying, a different human being because I had forgotten. That's not my. I'm from West Virginia, and it's not my natural dialect and
Yeah.
everything. And so, and being a character actor who jumps around from, Southerner here, a guy from Massachusetts here, and Louisiana guy here, even though, I'm not from the deep South. But so, like, I had to even like go, I forget how Ted talks, I mean, like, so yeah, you have to go back and look.
And how have over the years, how have the Stranger Things fans continued to surprise you with their passion for the series?
Um, Well, it does not surprise me anymore after like that first season was a surprise to us all. I mean, we knew we were making something uh, really good, but it just seemed, it's kids in the lead and a bunch of not established um, actors who are the stars there. I mean, uh, uh, Matt Modine and Winona, and that notwithstanding, and but um, it was just a huge surprise that all the attention, critics wise, and like when we went to our when we went to the first SAG Awards, where we were nominated for ensemble, you know, the Crown. We were up against the Crown and Orange is the New Black. A lot
Big
of
shows.
really great shows, and uh, no matter what the shows would have been, we were just like, oh, we get to be a part of this and everything. And no one expected to win anything, and we were just there, super chill. And in fact, I had my mouth full of food uh, when uh, when they announced that we had won, and we had and I started thinking as they were like getting ready to open the envelope, I was like, well, what if they actually said, I've got my mouth is full of, that you're at a dinner, it's full of chocolate cake, and I'm going to have like icing all, and sure enough, everybody, you can see it on the kids' faces when we won. It's just utter shock, like what? Uh, so then, we started having the fan events and everything, and just went crazy. I think it actually broke the Netflix servers, I
Yeah.
understand, at some point. But anymore, I'm not surprised at all, because you talk to the fans and do these shout outs. People will send me stuff and how much it means to them. Somebody just sent me something this week that said she had seen the show 250 times.
Wow.
Uh, and you just you're not surprised, but you do love that you can be a part of something that means so much to people. That they'll say they got it through, you got them through difficult times in their life, tough middle school, tough family, high school, so many things. Where people in the family might have been sick, and that was the thing, that they, and that I love too that so many people criticize Ted for being like an aloof deadbeat, but yet around so many people say it's their father's favorite character. They love to just quote that this character has finally encompassed their overall feeling in life of what I do. I've got this line, what I do
What
that
I do.
people want me to repeat because it's like that's how I feel all the time. What I do.
Ted's great.
So it's just a lot of fun to been a part,
And
and it goes on. It's not over.
nope, it's not. We're
The
getting ready
best
for the
part's getting ready to start.
last season. And yeah, just to wrap things up for you, Joe, last question as far as what are some of the things that you're going to miss most about working on the series where it's been part of your life now for the past 9, 10 years?
Um, the people, I mean, it's I definitely, there's um, getting with having Matt and Ross, the Duffer Brothers, at the helm. I can always tell when I walk onto a set. Um, you can tell what the director is going to be like before you even meet them, based on the the demeanor of the crew. Now that it doesn't always apply, but you can almost rest assured that I know what it's going to be like because their vibe always trickles down, uh, through the whole thing, um, and you can tell that on Strange. I mean, here's two guys that, um, I know they're high strung inside and exacting and perfectionists, and it's one reason it takes so long is what like the meticulous work they put into the post and everything, but you would never you'd never perceive that in the way that they conduct themselves on the set. You never see them. They're brothers, they're twins, they're collaborators. They got to argue about a lot of stuff, but you never see them have a disagreement or anything like that. And it's just I've worked with a lot of good directors, but um, uh, they're they're really special, and I definitely look forward to working with them again. And the last day, they were fortunately echoing that sentiment.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be working together
Yeah.
sometime soon.
I mean, you guys top to bottom, it's amazing cast, amazing, directors, everyone behind the scenes from top to bottom. It's my favorite show. It's become my favorite series of all time. So I can't wait to see how this last season plays out. Joe, I just want to say thank you so much for your time today. It's been wonderful again to meet you and talk to you about the series. And you're welcome any time in the future, sir.
Well, thank you, man. Hey, I'm Joe Chrest, Ted Wheeler on Stranger Things, and you are watching Pop Culture with Pat.